Good evening, fellow vapors. This is Cass, and today I'm back at you with another juice review. Now, today we're going to be looking at some new flavors from a range I haven't reviewed in a little while, but I have reviewed a lot of their juice. Today's range is from Nova Vapes. Now, we've done plenty of flavors in the past from them. We did their ice range, we've done their original range back in the day, we did their revamped versions, we did the grape ice, we've done all the watermelon flavors, we've done all sorts of flavors from them. And recently they have released a bunch of new flavors. Now, I haven't got all of them here, but I have got 4 of them. And so we're going to try them, we're going to get through them, we're going to taste them, let you know what I think about them. And I'm quite excited to give these a go. So let's get straight down to it. As you can see the range on the screen, you can see that we have got 4 flavors. We have got Rocket, Blue Raspberry, Rainbow Candy, and Banana Milk. Now, if the banana milk is anything like the strawberry milk is, we're in for a treat because the strawberry milk is absolutely lush. It's interesting to see these guys moving back into the sort of candy realm with the rainbow candy, and apparently every range these days has to have a blue raspberry in it, so they've gone and thrown a blue raspberry out there. The interesting one that I'm going to be finding quite curious is the Rocket, because I'm going to assume it's like a rocket lolly, essentially. So let's get down to the first one of the range. The first one of the range is Rocket. I'll put it up on your screen so you can see it nice and close. I'll put it up on the screen so you can see it nice and close. They say that Rocket is a distinctive blend of fresh strawberry and rich pineapple with tangy orange notes. So essentially, it's a rocket lolly. Today's setup is going to be the classic Vulcan 1 mech with the Alpha RDA on top. I love using this for testing e-liquids. All right, so this is the Rocket from Nova Vapes. Straight off the bat, this is very, 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 very fruity. The strawberry and the pineapple on the inhale is absolutely lovely, and you're getting that continuation right throughout into the exhale and the aftertaste. However, that orange is coming off a little harsh. Now, oranges have a habit of coming across quite chesty, quite mouthy. It's just not sometimes it's not the world's best flavor, and in this case I just think it is a dissonant chord to the other flavors that are within this e-liquid. I think the strawberry and the pineapple are absolutely lovely and really kind of rich and sweet and mouth-watering, but I think that underlaying orange makes it just a bit chesty, a little bit harsh, and whilst it is still fruity and not overly sweet, I wouldn't miss it if it wasn't in there, but then it wouldn't be a rocket lolly if it didn't have the orange, so I suppose points given for the fact that they're staying true to the original flavour in a way. I mean, there's obviously clearly inspiration just simply from the name of it. However, it's a lovely fruity vape. It's not overly sweet, it is nice and fruity, it is nice and juicy, and this could quite happily be an all-day vape for someone out there who is into their sort of just straight up fruit flavors. There's no colada in this, there's no menthol in this, it's not an ice flavor, but it does make for a lovely fruity vape, minus that sort of slightly overly harsh orange that is just sort of just present there the whole time, and it doesn't seem to go away really, but otherwise, it's a strong, solid flavour. Let's move on to the next one. The next one is the Blue Raspberry. What do Nova Juice say about the Blue Raspberry? So they say that the sloshed blue and sweet raspberry syrup with candied and sour notes. This sounds like everything I hate. And by that, I mean, you know I'm not the biggest fan of candy flavours. You know I'm not the biggest fan of overly sweet flavours. Let's have a go with the Blue Raspberry. I mean, don't get me wrong, like I'm always open to having my mind changed. So this is the Blue Raspberry from Nova Juice. What I'm getting from this is essentially I'm getting that blueberry and I'm getting that raspberry, and it is quite a balanced, nice mix. Now, in comparison to the last flavour, this is not chesty at all, and actually, surprisingly, it's not overly sweet. It's a lovely, fruity little number, and I think because you're getting that sort of mix of the blueberry and the raspberry in such a balance that is actually quite pleasant, and despite the description, it's not too much of a syrupy candy flavour. I was expecting it to be like the sweetness just to be making me wince, but it really isn't. This would work well as an ice flavour, and I mean, I know there are 1,000,001 blue raspberry ices out there, but this isn't that cold. I mean, it says slushied blue and sweet raspberry. I mean, I don't know whether that's supposed to say slushy blueberry and sweet raspberry, but I'm getting a sort of blueberry flavour off of it, and it's definitely not unpleasant. It is a lovely, fruity, sweet vape. This is definitely sweeter than the Rocket. Whether it's going to be a coil killer, it remains to be seen. I'll vape the bottle and tell you, but I don't think it will be. And it's nice and light enough that it could definitely be an all-day vape. I think it's quite a simple flavour. I think there's nothing that could really go wrong with this one, and I'm glad that it's not an overly sweet, overly candied flavour. And I mean, unless that's what they were going for, but it doesn't come across like that to me. It just tastes nice and fruity, nice and juicy, quite mouth-watering, and a really pleasant blue raspberry flavour. I mean, I had the UK Labs blue raspberry flavour, and that tasted like Parma Violets. So these guys are already 10 steps ahead of that. Let's move on to the third and penultimate flavour in this video. So the third and penultimate flavour is a rainbow candy, which is a colourful candy flavour blended from sweet apple, orange, pineapple and raspberry, enhanced with a delightfully sour note. Well, if the candied blue raspberry is anything to go by, this won't be too sweet, but we shall see. This is the rainbow candy from Nova Vapes. I know they can't say it technically on the packaging, but I can because I don't care. This tastes like a mouthful of Skittles. Actually, it's really, really pleasant. It is a very sweet flavour, but I'm not getting that classic vape candy flavour off of it. I'm getting a fruity, juicy mouthful of Skittles in this. Because there's quite a lot of flavours in there, it's hard to distinguish the apple or the orange, the pineapple. You can't distinguish them in the same way that you would something that was just a pineapple and orange, or something that was just an apple and orange, or the raspberry in there. These are designed, this seems like these are designed to work together as a whole and be greater than the sum of their parts than they are to be tasted individually. I'm not getting much sour out of it. I assume that's sort of a lime flavour thrown in there to sort of give you like the sour Skittles, but I'm not really getting much of that off this. But I am getting a lovely medley of fruits, of juicy, just juicy goodness. It's lovely. It's not over the top. It's not going to make me wince. It is a candy flavour, and for that it's not necessarily my thing as an all-day vape. This is definitely something that I could vape for a day or two if that was what I was feeling that day. Again, it would be really interesting to see whether this is something that would work well with an ice flavour, this sort of rainbow candy ice, because I love Skittles. I can eat them by the bag full. So, you know, for this to come and be a lovely, fruity, juicy flavour more than just a super over-the-top sweet candy flavour, I'm actually really glad for that. And, you know, Nova Juice have been pumping out great flavours for a long, long time, and where a lot of companies suffer from having too many flavours, Nova Juice seem to be releasing them in such a way that they're taking their time and they're taking a bit of care over the flavours. And I think instead of going, right, here's our new range, it's 37,000 flavours, all of them are candy, they've actually gone, right, here's 5 new flavours, here's 2 new flavours, here's 3 new flavours. And it's working well for them because they're not only keeping up their customer, like their loyalty with their classic flavours that are, you know, quite a wonderful flavour, although they should bring back Comet. They're bringing in new customers with these new flavours and interesting ideas and interesting takes on what would be classic vape flavours. Let's move on to the last one. The last one is banana milk. That'll be up on your screen now. So banana milk, according to Nova Juice, is sweet vanilla milk blended with ripe bananas and creams. You guys know exactly what I think about banana vapes. They are either complete winner or terrible. I did an unboxing of a monthly subscription box, and the banana in there was all right. It wasn't beautiful, but it was all right. So let's have a go. Just smelling it, I'll be honest with you, it is not the most wonderful banana smell. It's got that sort of acrid banana synthetic concentrate smell to it. But let's have a vape of it and see how the banana milk tastes. The banana milk in this is actually quite impressive. It tastes almost identical to Banana Fridge, the milkshake, the one with 2 J's. It's creamy. It is nice and banana-y. It doesn't taste synthetic. It doesn't taste like foam banana sweets. It tastes like banana milkshake. Now, banana milkshake itself is quite synthetic, but this is a sort of a real banana flavour. This banana milkshake is actually spot on. Now, as far as the creams go, they are quite subtle. It is very much a blend into the banana rather than a banana and cream flavor, and that's how a banana milkshake would be. It would be a creamy banana flavor. This for me is too heavy to vape all day. I'm sure for some people out there they could quite happily vape this all day, but simply because it's banana, I couldn't vape this all day. Now, it's not a fruit that is overly sweet, and it's unlikely that you'll come across a banana that is too sweet. However, this is nice and accurate. The creams are nice and creamy, and I think with a sort of a hint of colada to give it like an iced milkshake feel, I think this would be absolutely perfect. It might even lighten it up a little bit and make it not so heavy that it is, for me personally, vapeable all day. But actually, this is just on par with their strawberry milk, although I still think I preferred the OG strawberry milk, like pre-TPD, because that stuff was absolutely banging. Yeah, this is on par with their strawberry milk. They've obviously released it in the same vein as their strawberry milk to be the same sort of thing, just a different flavor, and they've done well on this. It's a nice, real tasting banana milkshake with a beautiful creamy background, and I think they've done well with this. I think if I had to judge these four, and I mean there are a couple of other flavors I think in this range in the new releases, I think the banana milkshake is actually weirdly my favorite of the four, followed by the blue raspberry, the rainbow candy, and then last but not least, last and least in this case, the rocket, just because for me it is just far too harsh on the flavor. That orange kills it for me a little bit. So I think that about wraps this juice review up. As soon as I can get my hands on the other new flavors from Nova Vapes, I will be reviewing those. So I'd like to thank Nova Vapes for sending these juices my way for the purposes of this review. It's always a pleasure reviewing for you guys. And if you enjoyed this video, please give it a like, consider subscribing to the channel, and drop a comment below to let me know what you think of either the juice or this video. So thank you again for watching. My name has been Cass, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye bye.